So I believe the growth of paddle in the U.S. right now is at an interesting inflection point, where we thought maybe it was going to boom and grow extremely fast in the last 2 years. We're seeing that there's still a couple things that we need to do to really help it grow, right? Awareness and infrastructure, right? Getting more courts. So I see that we're growing. We all want it to grow even faster, but I think that's going to come. And I think in the next 2 years, we're going to see a big boom. The Pro Paddle League and professional events and the more awareness we can bring to the U.S. market is going to help that growth. So that's why I think the Pro Paddle League is so important. It's getting in the homes of the American market, the North American market. And once people see how amazing and exhilarating it is, the more paddle is going to be demanded and the more courts we're going to need. And the ecosystem and the infrastructure starts to change. Yeah, I think the turning point for this region for paddle by being able to host an event like this is going to be extremely beneficial for the sport. It's been an honor for us here at TAKTIKA at the Barnes Tennis Center to be able to host the best players in the world. To have Chingoto here, to have Lamperti here, to have so many unbelievable players in this part of the world is historic. And so this is just in the infancy stages to really help boom the U.S. paddle market. So I think that it's been a shot in the arm. It's been an amazing thing for the paddle players that we have already established here to see this level of play. And then for those that haven't, you see a lot of tennis players, pickleball players, parents of kids that are dropping their kids off to play tennis. They're all over here watching. And that's an amazing thing. And when you see ticket sales continue to go up, we're sold out this weekend. That shows you that there is interest and that this is and has been extremely important for us here to be able to host this event. Yeah, so right now, TAKTIKA's strategy right now is to really focus on California. But you see California is a huge market, right? I think it's the third biggest market possibly in the world, depending on who you ask. But the market is huge here. So we know that if we invest and strategize here, that's going to help the rest of the country. There are a lot of great partners and groups doing things in the East Coast, doing things in Texas. So we're really focusing on the municipal level. Our strategy is to make paddle for everybody so that everybody can play it. And so we're really focusing on really every part of the ecosystem that is required to develop the sport. We have a partnership with the Paquito Navarro Academy that we will start to implement early in 25 and towards the end of the year. That's going to be a very important piece to our strategy and development to grow the game. So my advice as one of the people in the industry here in the U.S. that I can give, the advice I can give to a potential investor or somebody that wants to get into the sport is to really focus on the grassroots level. That's number one. Number two is be patient, right? You cannot expect to just make millions of dollars off this sport. And that shouldn't be your goal. The goal, obviously, everybody wants to make money. You want a return on your investment. But you have to be patient because this is going to take some years. And secondly, like I said, the grassroots level is going to be extremely important because while you and I and our age group can continue to play, it's the future and it's the children that are going to sustain this game. So we have to be able to provide the best coaching. We have to be able to provide more courts. We have to be able to get this into the schools. And we have to continue to develop the proper development system for tournaments. Right? So if I have children, why am I going to sign them up? Right? And so to make sure that these clubs are not just focusing on, okay, I'm going to charge X amount of dollars so every court is occupied, that is extremely important, but focus on the development, the ecosystem of paddle, and make sure that you're not in this for 2 years, but you're in this for the long run. In the next 5 years, I envision paddle in the US, paddle in California to have thousands of more courts. That's going to be number one. With that said, we're going to start to see more participation. The great thing about paddle is it's social. So I think that there is a unique differentiation than tennis and pickleball that paddle can take. And so we're going to see within the next 5 years what that is. There's the recreation level, the spectator level, the participant level. All three are benefits paddle brings. So I think we're going to have more courts, we're going to have more participation, and our goal, because we're also in the professional development, is that we can develop players in the Paquito Navarro Academy in the US that are now playing professionally. And so when people all around the world are looking at the rankings, they're starting to see American flags next to them. That's going to be very important for Americans, but it's also very important for the people in Spain. It's important for the Argentinians, because that means that everybody's getting better. And I think that's the biggest thing that we can do, is we can collaborate and be one global team to build the sport. So I would say TAKTIKA, we have one of the best sites in California. We're in a beautiful center. We have 7 courts here. The weather is unbelievable, and we have the best coaching. We have a huge group of players. Every level you're going to find a match. So I highly recommend people, if you're local, if you're from anywhere in the world and you want a vacation, come to TAKTIKA. We also have sites in Los Angeles, in Northern California, in the desert. So TAKTIKA is a place for everybody. Every price point, every person, whether you're in a wheelchair wanting to play, whether you're a pro, whether you're just starting, TAKTIKA's got you. Yeah. TAKTIKA is for everybody.
Okay, good.
All right.
Right.